Jim Jeffries and Mark Haitley will watch Hearts play Rangers today. A couple of players on show that's going to be pretty interesting. Lee Wallace, Jim, you know him very well. Tell us all about him, please.
Well, when I went back to Hearts, he was one player that really impressed me. I think it coincided a little bit that he'd gone off the rails a little bit with, you know, some things off the park, but got himself together, changed his attitude towards it. Great professional, come in, worked hard every day in training, always up the front, pushing himself, never a minute's problem. And
do you see him developing even more as well?
Yeah, I think so. He's still
what are his great strengths?
Is his strength. He's a good user ball, got great delivery. He's quick. He's good in the air. I sometimes played him at centre back, and when we had problems there, and he can play that position as well. So he's a big, strong boy, quick, great delivery, and I think he'll go on to become a regular for Scotland. It'd
be nice if he turned around so we could see us. There you go. Well done. Now, Carl Lafferty.
Yeah, I mean, his back page of the Sundays today. I wouldn't say under pressure, because his goal scoring record for Rangers is superb.
It's 11 in 14, I think.
11 in 14 in SPL games, three in the last 4 against Hearts. And a man looking for a new contact. The manager's batting for him, hoping to tie him down, coming into his last year of his contract next year. But a man that's banging form. You know, he's been inconsistencies have been that's the main target that the fans have pointed at him. But now, you know, he's on a run of not being injured. He's been playing regular. He's been playing regular international level, and we're starting to see the rewards that Rangers paid $3 million for.
Time now to hear from the Rangers manager, Ali McCoist. He's talking to Daryl Curry.
Well, Ray, thank you very much. As we've already noted, the headlines this week have been on just about everything but football, Ali. And I'll ask you this as Rangers manager, but also because you're a fan of the club. Are you concerned and disappointed with what's happened this week so far?
No, to be honest with you, when you're involved at this club for so long, you always... The one thing you do know, there'll be ups and downs with the club, with the players, with the team, with the support, with everything, with press and journalists. That's part and parcel of being involved at a club like this. So, you know, you don't get carried away when things are going well, and you don't get too disappointed when things, you know, aren't going so well. The one thing that we can have a bearing on and a focus on is today's match, and that's what we've said all week, Darryl. The most important thing for the fans, for the players, is today's match. It's a tough game, and one that we're really looking forward to, and one we believe we can do well in.
Let's focus on that then. Nikita Jelavic hasn't made it today. How big a blow is that? Well,
it's a big disappointment. He came in and Nikita came in on Friday, didn't train on Friday. We sent him home. Unfortunately, picked up a bug. We didn't want him around the rest of the players as well, and that goes without saying. But we sent him home, and he's made a little bit of a recovery. And such is the attitude and the spirit of the man. He certainly wants to come along and be involved. We've obviously taken medical advice on it, and the doc reckons, you know, at best he could probably sit on the bench and if needed, maybe come off and give us a short period in the game. But he's a massive player for us, and it's a disappointment. But at the same time, you know, with the opportunity on Tuesday in the game against Liverpool to play one or two of the lads who haven't been playing on a regular basis, and they did fine, so we know that we've got a reasonable strength and depth.
McCulloch, Papic come in today. Without Jelavic, how does the system change?
Well, what we'll do is we'll play with the one through the middle, which will be a big laugh. We'll try and keep him as central as possible. The one thing it does give us is it's a little bit more freedom in the middle of the park. The extra man, and hopefully Naismith and indeed Davis, Edu, can get forward to support Lafferty, because that's very, very important. Although we're now going with just a one man through the middle up front, I would reassure everybody it's not a defensive tactic. That tactic's obviously been put upon us with the illness to Jelavic, but we will be pushing forward. We'll certainly hopefully get our full-backs forward. That's the main ploy today, and we need to, if we're playing one striker in Lafferty, we certainly can't leave him isolated, so we need to get support to him.
You know, Celtic lost here recently. As Rangers manager, is this one of your toughest assignments so far, to come here and try and win?
Oh, without doubt, it's a great place to come. Yeah. Having come here many years as a player, you know, and a few as an assistant. A mascot once too. It's a wonderful place to come. The atmosphere's great. The fans are, you know, generally speaking, they're right on you, creating a great atmosphere. Playing surface is always in tip-top condition. So, no, it's a game we're really looking forward to. You're right, it's a tough game for us. I think the recent performances, and certainly the performance at home against Celtic, would indicate they're in top form. I think they've only lost one goal at home in a 1-0 defeat to United. So, you know, it's a game, as I say, a difficult game for us, but we're well up for it.
The very best of luck, Ali.
Thanks very much.
Just to say, the Hearts are involved in a disciplinary dispute with the SFA at the moment over comments that Paulo Sergio made. So until that is settled, they feel as though they don't want to talk to the media. So that is why, for the Hearts fans watching today, that is why we can't hear from Paulo Sergio on the game about the match against Rangers. Whether they win or lose today, Hearts players and the manager won't be able to talk to us, which is a pity, but never mind. Final thoughts ahead of this game, Jim. How do you see it going? What do you think is going to be the key factors that settle the result?
Well, I think Hearts on the last couple of games have made a good decision to bring. I think that was one of the things that they struggled for a couple of weeks. But I see with Scatchell coming back, Egert Jonsson and Templeton, they've started the last couple of games, and I think that's helped the balance of the side well. They seem to be settled. I think apart from the goalkeepers, the outfield players are the same for the last. This will be the third game they trot now, and I think that's key. The one thing about Scatchell, you know, they can have criticised at legs and maybe not there now and getting on a little bit. He's working it, but I'll tell you, he's a goal threat. He proved that against Celtic. Technically, he's excellent, and you're always liable out of nothing to get you a goal. And he's come up with 2 recently, and I think I would put him down for the first goal today. Right.
Yeah, so we're going to put a bet on that, are we, Jim? The first goal from Scatchell?
I think Scatchell will get the first goal today.
Yeah, last time of year you cost me a load of money with some of your bets, by the way. How do you see this game going today?
I think it'll be a good encounter. I think we're listening to Alistair there. He's upbeat, obviously, because his away form is very, very good. Not yet to concede a goal. I think Ryan Stevenson is a big player for Hearts. He's started the season very, very well. A willing runner, powerful young player, and scores a goal. Scored a winner against Rangers last year. Has got 4 goals to his tally already. And a key player for Rangers, you'd have to say Naismith and Lafferty. You know, top goal scorers, Naismith on 8. Lafferty on 4. Lafferty getting to play where he wants to play through the middle of the park. So it's a big game for him today.
Yeah, big couple of weeks for Rangers. They've got Aberdeen away next week, which is live on ESPN as well.
I always think that Rangers always play well away from home, which their record has proven this year. And I think Jim was talking about it before. You know, they seem to play with more of a freedom away, the less pressure on playing away from home. And coming today, as we just listened to Alistair there, he's very, very upbeat. And I think, you know, gone are the days where Rangers used to worry about going to, you know, playing away from home. I think they prefer it nowadays.
Jim, what would your game plan be in a situation like this? How would you set Hearts up? What would you be saying to the lads now about how to go out and get a result against Rangers?
I think it's much the same when you play the Old Firm and Hibs, for that matter, as well, when it's the big derby and the great atmosphere. You've got to go out and win your individual battles. You know you're.
So that's what you stress to them. You win your battle with him.
Yeah, you give your battle, and you know that's how the war is won, when you win more battles. And
so you'd be right in people's faces at this stage.
Definitely, the Rangers will expect that. The crowd will insist that they are. They'll be right on top. There'll be, as I say, no quarter given. The tackles will be there, and if you can come out with winning more battles than that, then you're a long way to winning the match. But you're playing against good players. You have to concentrate harder. You have to make sure you're contesting every ball, and I'm sure Hearts and Rangers will do that today.
Absolutely. OK, we are all set to go. There'll be a great atmosphere. Kick-off at Tynecastle just a few minutes away. Precious SPL points are on the table. It's Hearts versus Rangers, live here on ESPN.
Broken here at Tynecastle. We will soon know whether Hearts can gate crash the title race. Stevenson has scored! Hearts have the lead against Rangers. Come on!
Hearts-Rangers matches are tense, passionate affairs. Rangers owner Craig White has taken his seat at Tynecastle. He's got a big game coming up with the Inland Revenue soon that Rangers need to win. Jim Jeffries and Mark Hateley are in the ESPN studio. OK, Jim, what's the result going to be? Give us the scoreline.
I think it'll be 2-2.
A 2-2 draw?
2-2 draw.
4 goals.
Yes, I'm going for a score draw as well, 1-1.
You're going for... You don't think Rangers are going to win today?
No,
you think it's going to be 1-1?
I think it'll be a really tough game today.
So 1-1 from Hateley, 2-2 from Jim Jeffries. We will see. This could be a cracker. Let's get over to the ESPN commentary team. It's Craig Burley and Derek Ray.
Thank you very much, Ray. Good afternoon, everyone. Palpable tension here in Gorgie. This fixture a standout. It remains one of the highlights of the Clydesdale Bank Premier League season. Hearts are unchanged. This is the team that started against Dunfermline in the 2-0 win. Ian Black has recovered from a leg injury sustained last week at East End Park. He makes his 200th SPL appearance. Rudy Scatchell has hit form, 2 goals in his last 2 games. Ryan Stevenson, now the first choice centre forward, scored the only goal against Rangers when last the teams met here at Tynecastle, Craig.
Well, there's no doubt this Hearts side can potentially give Rangers problems. Pretty strong looking lineup, good in the full-back area with the summer signings of Hamill and Granger, but it's in midfield, that midfield 3 really at the coalface, doing all the digging and all the hard work to allow the more creative players like Scatchell and David Templeton to go and support. I've got to say, surprising to see Stevenson up front again.
Rangers make 2 changes from last week's 1-1 draw against St Mirren. Sasha Papac has recovered from a bout of sinusitis and comes in for Greg Wild. Ex-Jambo Lee Wallace pushing up to left midfield. Lee McCulloch, who was on target in the Tuesday friendly against Liverpool, also plays from the outset. Nikita Jelavic, who's been ill this week, starts on the bench.
Well, they'll want to increase that gap, Rangers, here in the early kick-off today. Pretty strong side, obviously. Goyan and Bocanegra forming a pretty good partnership. Away from home, they've been really solid. And McCulloch sitting in front should give them that extra bit of a barrier in there. But as the lads touched on, it's in front with the likes of Naismith and Davis getting forward, and that right-hand side especially to support Lafferty, who is the lone frontman today, with Jelavic having a viral problem.
Sun just peeking through here in the capital. Hearts are hungry for more Tynecastle success. They put together a run of 4 straight home wins in the Clydesdale Bank Premier League. Home might be where the heart is, or where the hearts are in this case, but Rangers have emerged as the away day specialists. The defending champions have prevailed in all 5 league matches on their travels without conceding a goal. It's a remarkable record, but one that will surely be put to the test today by Hearts here in the capital. Next week Rangers face another potentially hazardous away game at Pittodrie against Aberdeen. Lee McCulloch getting the recall for an SPL match. He's been bothered by knee problems in the early part of this campaign. Well, young David Templeton has a flair for the dramatic. He's never scored against Rangers, actually hasn't scored since the 29th of December last year. Will this be his day? Kyle Lafferty will lead the line for Rangers in this match. It was Lafferty's free kick goal that got Rangers started in the corresponding meeting here in Gorgie last season. Paulo Sergio's last match as Sporting Lisbon manager was against Rangers in the Europa League. Andy McCoist was then the assistant to Walter Smith. The Ibrox club prevailed on away goals. The referee is Callum Murray, who was on duty at Ibrox on the opening day of the season when Rangers and Hearts played out a spirited 1-1 draw. Andy McCoist has seen most things go right for him in the SPL as Rangers manager. Acquainted with Paulo Sergio. Hearts to kick off then. Attacking the goal to our left. Going towards the Roseburn end of the ground. It's an appetising prospect.